snap it, and it's Trey Burton who throws caught. Foles, touchdown.
He goes. It's Hester. Inside the 30. Hester's going to take it all the way for a touchdown.
Fields stumbling, trying to cut it back. Justin Fields making magic happen. There goes Fields. Touchdown!
Hurts on first down, fires downfield. It's Deshaun Jackson back in the lineup. Missed the last 7 games, and he will take it 81 yards. A somersault into the end zone. His first touchdown of the season.
You're listening to The Pigskin Project, the world's #1 football podcast. Now, with more insights on all things football, here are your hosts, Ben Hansen and Ryan Matthews. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Pigskin Project. A couple things have changed. I just want to kind of, address those really quick before we go to our normal shenanigans. So Facebook has, oh wait, this is weird, right? Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that's much better.
All right. So Facebook has discontinued the ability to be able to stream on any platform that is not you have to have over 100 followers for that, right? With that, we don't have 100 followers on Facebook. So we have essentially gotten discontinued on the Facebook platform until further notice. If we can get more followers on Facebook, we can absolutely get there. But as of right now, I think we have less than just a couple, I want to say. I don't think we have very many at all on Facebook. But if you're coming from Facebook to our Twitch, thank you for that, because I mean, this is essentially where we're at now. So thank you for joining us. But Ben, how are you doing, man?
Brother, I am doing great. I had a great week. I worked, went out with some friends this past week, signed up for a motorcycle course. That'll be a lot of fun, getting licensed for that. I have a take for you. We can save it until the end of the podcast. We can do it now. It's completely up to you.
Oh, yeah. What's going on?
We can do it now. And we have a guest, and we'll get our guest's opinion on it in a second. But growing up, I hated the cucumber flavor of Gatorade. I had recently went back to it. I wasn't feeling very well. I was dehydrated. I felt kind of sick. Went back to it. The cucumber Gatorade might be a top 5 Gatorade flavor, especially if you're sick, especially if you're not feeling good. It's refreshing, man. I mean, so I had tried that, and then the lemon lime. I mean, lemon lime's kind of the go-to, but the cucumber Gatorade, I think you fall on two sides of that. You're either pro cucumber Gatorade or you're not, and there's no middle ground to it. We're at least me. I don't want to say as a podcast, but you'll have to try it, and I'm ready to say after you try it that we're a pro cucumber Gatorade podcast. But you have to try it. You have to let me know what you think. I'm excited for it. I can see our guest smirking. I don't know if it's at that or if it's at something else.
It's kind of weird, man.
It's a little weird, but it's refreshing, especially if you're not feeling well. It's like a Gatorade. You'll take it and you feel hydrated. And the nice thing about that one compared to the fruit punch or the blue or whatnot, it's just more refreshing, and it has it probably doesn't, but it tastes like it has less sugar. And if you could obviously go the 0 sugar route if you want to or whatnot, but it's not as sweet, which is sometimes kind of nice, because that's the big thing about Gatorade is sometimes it can be overly sweet and sometimes not the move. But Gatorade cucumber flavored, it's the move.
It's interesting.
Yeah, guys, let us know for the people that are watching live and for the people who are going to play back. Let us know what you guys think about the cucumber Gatorade. Again, I know I'm probably in the minority here, but try it. Let me know what you guys think.
Interesting. Well, speaking of interesting things and people, bringing in Matt Hartman here for the bajillionth time. We've done it before. We'll do it again.
Saints guy.
Yeah, big Saints guy, this guy. Matt, we're here, man. What's your take first off on the cucumber thing?
Cucumber Gatorade,
right?
Never had it.
Never had it. Oh my gosh.
I don't have a major take, but
well, recently 21. Hopefully, you did not have too bad of a night. But like, I could see a cucumber Gatorade being the move. Oh, that's a bad take. Cucumber Gatorade, like after like a rough night. Stay tuned, guys. We're gonna have another guest next week. He's chiming into the comments right now. That's him. But like after like a rough night or like a sick feel, like you're sick, it's the move. Like Evan, I'm gonna disagree with you guys on that one. Next time I'm in town, I'm gonna buy one. I'm gonna force both of you guys to drink it. I'm gonna have to get your guys' opinion.
Settle down.
Yeah, this man's all amped up on the Gatorade. We gotta get started though. Guys, we have some weekly news this week.
Hold on, real quick, Ryan. Your mic is a little like tin sounding. You know, something has changed. I don't know if something got unplugged or if try talking into it again.
Hello.
Much better. I don't know what happened. It was very like tin sounding and shallowy.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, weekly news. Darren Waller has retired from the NFL. So this is, I mean, kind of expected, right?
Yeah.
Big news for the Giants, but they kind of prepped for this just in case. They did draft a tight end this year. But guys, what's your opinion on this?
We can go to Matt first here.
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to find, because they gave up the 100th pick, if I'm not mistaken, for Darren
Waller.
Their
third round pick.
That pick became Trey Tucker. So I mean, it's not a world-beating player, but still, you're giving up a third round pick for a guy for one season, and he played 5 games. I think every person in the universe saw that coming, because Darren Waller doesn't play, and now he's. What did he say? He said
he's pursuing his career in the rap industry.
Yeah, his sign told him that he should pursue music. So I mean, go off, King. That's all I can really say.
Yeah, that song was horrible, by the way. I'll just come out and say it. I've said some questionable things within the last episode or so, you know. But anyways, if I offended anybody with that comment, I apologize. I just want to say it was uncalled for that reason. But nonetheless, that's my apology, and it was strictly meant to be a joke. So please lighten up. Anyways, Steelers are signing a head coach, Mike Tomlin, to a 3-year extension. Again, expected. Dude hasn't had a losing season before. He'll probably sneak into the playoffs somehow again. I'll say I expect them to be in the playoffs at this point, just because, for one, of Mike Tomlin. For two, I do expect Russell Wilson to kind of rebound. If you guys want to hear more about the Steelers, give us a follow, because we'll be kind of talking more about them within the next few episodes, I can tell you for sure. But yeah, 3-year extension for the head coach. This one, however, this headline has been brought up amongst many as I don't care. College football is coming out next month. CMC got the Madden cover. Guys, what do we think?
Brother, you were spot on with that first comment there. I don't care. I'm not going to get, like, I know you're not a big fan of it, or, like, you're not a big fan of my opinion on it, but I'm not going to get the new Madden. Like, I fully expect the new NCAA to just outshine that. Like, if you're going to play a football game, and we'll see how it is, like, hopefully the new NCAA game isn't just, like, a reskin of it. Like, I fully expect the NCAA game to just, like, absolutely just take over at least the football, like, game, at least for this, like, coming year. I could care less, honestly. Again, the Madden curse is gone at this point. It is what it is. Real quick, in terms of Mike Tomlin stuff, with him re-signing this, he's the longest tenured head coach with 17 years. And then it's like John Harbaugh right behind him for like 16, and then it's like a big gap. So props to him. But besides the book.
Yeah, but this is what the covers look like for those of you that haven't checked it out yet. But this is the deluxe edition. I think that's my favorite cover personally. But the standard is pretty cool too. As somebody that gets the digital edition, I will be getting the deluxe edition with my MVP pre-order. Let me just flex on you guys real quick because I got both of those games. But anyways, yeah, Matt, what are your takes on the cover? Is it a good pick? What do you think?
I mean, it's a deserved player. It's one of those things that it sucks that they took away the fan voting. I don't know if you guys know the story on the fan voting, but Madden 12 and Peyton Hillis. But I feel like that would bring more excitement to a Madden cover reveal if the fans got to vote. Now they kind of just cycled the superstars and things like that. So, I mean, it was due for CMC to get it. Everyone thought it'd be Burrow, Tyreek Hill. It'll cycle through all these guys. So, yeah.
Burrow's got plenty of more time in his career to be able to get it. So I'm not necessarily concerned. Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping they come out with like a Legend Edition, and obviously I'm biased, but like I hope they come out with like a Legend Edition, and it'd be like Jason Kelce. And it won't happen, and I know it's not going to happen, but, like, if it does happen, I'll buy the game then. Like, I'll buy the game just to have, like I'll buy the hard copy. Like, I'm a digital guy, but, like, I'll buy the hard copy just to have that on my game shelf. But
something like this, right? I mean, this is the best mock thing that I've seen. And I mean, this covers two of the most legendary players at their position, just to play the game in general. I mean, you want legends for Legend Edition. These two are legends, and they definitely deserve to be on the cover. It is weird because normally Madden does offer a $120 version of the game for the Legend Edition, and they just did not do that this time.
I think they didn't do it this time because I think they're working on a different player, not named CMC for that. Whether it's Jason Kelce or Aaron Donald or someone else, I do think that the reason they didn't release, like, I'd be surprised if they don't release it. That's $125, like you were saying, that they're not going to make if they don't release it. So, like, I think they'll release it, but I think it was behind because they want, it's not CMC.
Well, it's a good transition into our last topic here, because this person certainly is a legend and has something here that is deserved for sure. He's already has a Madden cover, so I mean, wouldn't put it past him to go ahead. He actually has a couple, but number 12 has been officially retired by the Patriots. Tom Brady finally getting his number retired, where it should be. Do you guys think the Buccaneers are going to retire his number?
They absolutely should.
Yeah.
Really? I don't think they should. I'm not.
I think he's the greatest player in their history.
The Eagles aren't gonna that's true. I mean, I guess the Eagles are more of like a historic franchise and stuff. Like, the Eagles shouldn't retire number 9 for Nick Foles just because he won a Super Bowl for him. And obviously, it's a little bit different. Like, Nick Foles doesn't have the same history and everything that like Tom does, but he only played a few years there. Like, it's the same thing as like. And again, this is a far more historic like franchise and stuff, but like the Lakers aren't going to retire. At least they shouldn't retire LeBron. I don't think they will retire LeBron's number. In that same vein, I don't think they should retire Tom Brady's number, but that's just me.
I think it's possible.
I think when you're Tampa, when you don't have a lot of numbers to retire, it's fun to retire some numbers here and there.
Yeah.
Especially the guy who's the best of all time and he played for your team.
Nonetheless, guys, I think we can finally get into the meat and potatoes of the podcast. Let's get right into it.
You think you know football? Well, prove it. This is Pigskin Pick'em.
Here we go, guys. Diving right in to what everybody came for. The Saints coming up first.
I don't know if people came for the Saints, that's for sure. It might have been more the Buccaneers. Sorry, Matt.
Who knows? Yeah. But
I don't think Buccaneers fans exist.
That's fair. They
did when Brady was on there.
But
absolutely did.
And I'm excited. I am excited to talk about the Saints. To tease it a little bit, I was talking to my friend again, Evan, the guy that'll be on the podcast next week. And I had mentioned that we're talking about the Saints and how we're going to have you on, Matt. And he mentioned that, like, he's like, it must be rough being a Saints fan. And I'm like, oh, he reminds us of that, like, on a bi-weekly basis, like, how much it sucks to be a Saints fan.
It is
Oh
tough.
my gosh.
It is tough, but
It has to be. Let's go through it just because I think Matt, I know an idea of what Ben's schedule prediction should be. I think I'm right up there with him, but who knows? Matt, do you want to go first, man? You're a guest, so
I guess I can. Yeah.
So they're starting off at home against the Panthers. They winning that game?
They should win that game. Yes.
As you say calmly, but when they lose that game, it's gonna be bad, and everyone's gonna be like, "It's Bryce Young time."
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
At the Cowboys in Dallas, what are you thinking?
They will not win that game.
No.
Right there, I'm with you here through the first two games.
Yeah.
Against the Eagles at home. This will be fun
They will
between
win
you
that
two.
game.
They will.
They will win that game. Oh,
I
that
think
would be fun. It is always a fun, like it is always like a fun matchup. Like I feel like it's always like, for some reason, it is always a game, whether it's a playoff.
It's one of
game
those
or the
things
Minshew
where
game or...
I think the Saints just match up so well against the Eagles. I think it's just the way they run cover one. I think Marshawn Lattimore loves to go at those number one guys. It's early enough in the season to where the team should be fully healthy, and if they make it a 2017 game and Jalen Hurts has the ball last, I feel good about my chances. I feel good about the Saints' chances.
That's
there.
bold. All right, so real quick, let's you can have some time to think about this, but obviously it's a home versus away and whatnot. Are the Cowboys going to be better than the Eagles this year?
Ooh.
They have the better quarterback. So, I mean, but everything else probably favors the Eagles, right?
Yeah, I would probably so. I mean, I think the Cowboys probably have a little bit more star power, but I think the Eagles probably have a better team.
Really?
I mean, with Micah and
the Cowboys
and
more
all
than
that
the
stuff.
Eagles?
Anyways, we'll get to that division when it's
We'll get there. Versus Falcons. So this is at home against Kirko.
At home?
Yeah.
no, it's at the Falcons.
I
No,
think
this
they'll
first
split
one's
the
at
Falcons.
Or no, I'm
I
sorry.
think they split the Falcons.
No, I think you're right. I think it is in Atlanta.
It is.
It's in Atlanta. Yeah, so yeah. I always think division teams are gonna sweep and the home team's gonna win, so Falcons.
I'm right there with you besides this Eagles thing.
Well, yeah,
no surprise.
Yeah.
At Chiefs. Are the Saints beating the Super Bowl champions?
Oh,
back to back Super Bowl.
This is the Monday Night Football game. This one, I can see this one now. The spread's going to be like 10.5, and the Saints are going to cover the whole game. And then they're going to lose like 31-10. So I'm going Chiefs. Like I just that has the makings for a game where the Saints are they're battling, they're keeping me invested, and then they just lose.
Next up, at home against the Bucs.
Again, I mean it's the division thing. They'll beat the Bucs.
At home against the Broncos. Sean Payton coming back to town.
That's a primetime game too. They're gonna kill Sean Payton and Bo Nix. They're gonna kill him.
In LA against the Chargers. Oh boy.
They should win that one. They should win that one.
I will say, like, going through the schedule, that was the hardest game.
Herbert could have flamethrowers coming out of the rear, and I mean,
I've gone back and forth on this game. I mean, the Chargers, like, as a whole team, and we'll get into them in
who do you think would be favored here? You're halfway through the season. Chargers, we don't know.
I think it's going to be the Chargers just because they're going to get like the 3-point thing
You think
for
like
being
the
home.
1.5 or something?
Yeah, like I think they'll just get it because they're the home team. But
I think
it's going to be a close game. I mean, it was the hardest game of your entire like schedule for me to pick.
Really, yeah.
Yes.
In Carolina against the Panthers. I mean, are they splitting against the Panthers too?
Oh, also, I just realized they're coming off the Thursday game against the Broncos, so the long bye. So yeah, they're winning. They're beating the Chargers. Okay. Just thinking out loud.
There you go.
Yes.
So Carolina
on the road against Carolina. I don't know what this team. I don't know what Carolina's.
You know the Panthers crowd is just going to be electric, right?
Oh,
Like,
I'm sure. Oh yeah.
Saints are winning. Saints.
Yeah,
are winning.
there you go. Let's see. You had them losing against the Falcons previously. Do you have them beating them now?
Yeah.
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 Okay. At home against the Browns. Deshaun Watson.
Probably the Browns. Probably the Browns. I think that could be a game where you have Myles Garrett against our tackles, and he just Fuanga, who's a rookie, and Penning, who's not good.
Yeah.
It could be one of
Penning,
those
who's
things
just
where Myles
a
Garrett just
turnstile
creates-
on the offensive line.
Can the
creates a-
Saints beat the Rams at home?
Absolutely. Stafford's
Yeah?
not going to be playing in that game. Yeah.
Ooh. Saints beating the Giants potentially. What do you think?
Yeah.
Can Lattimore lock down Neighbors? Is Lattimore still going to be there at this point?
He's not going to cover Neighbors. Neighbors will be in the slot.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean they're better. Like I'm at the point where it's just this is where I get sucked in again. Like it's just they're a better team, but
Versus Commanders. So at home.
yeah, Jaden Daniels homecoming. I mean, it all depends on what we believe the Commanders are. I don't know. Are the Commanders winning more than 5 games?
I think
We
so.
had a deep discussion for those.
That wasn't that deep, but
It wasn't
wasn't.
deep. It was.
It was
we
a
disagreed
spark
on
of a
what the
conversation
Commanders
that
are gonna be. Yes.
yeah, it was a spark of a conversation.
the
we'll
Saints
have
will be
all
favored by
evening.
6.5. They'll be favored by a touchdown here, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Saints again. Like I know, I'm looking at it and I'm gonna have them winning 11 games because this is what you're supposed to do when you get your schedule.
Oh, buddy, you're already at 10. You might have them winning more potentially.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
In Green Bay against the Packers.
They will absolutely not win that game.
I was gonna say it's gonna be a cold weather game.
That's
for
a Monday
team.
prime time. I think it's like the 2 days before Christmas. They're not winning.
At home against the Raiders.
Derek Carr revenge game. He loses. Now I'm just trying to even it out.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like I don't know.
You're like, that would be a Saints thing to do. And then last but not least, so you had them beating the Bucks, and now at the end of the season, do they finish the job?
Yeah, they'll beat Baker Mayfield again. Yeah.
Wow. There you go.
Yeah.
I'll
Sweeping
run
the
through
Bronx.
mine really quickly, and then I'll have Ryan run.
Yeah, I
through
had
his
them
really
winning
quickly.
11 games. Yeah, I mean, you guys are gonna have them. You guys are gonna have them 8-9. I understand. I'm more optimistic about my team than you guys.
Yeah,
I know.
as you should though, as God intended it to be.
Hey, I relate to that probably more than either one of you, so it's okay.
Yeah. I'll run through this really quickly. I'll have Ryan run through his really quickly, and then we can dig a little bit deeper into the Saints and how we're feeling about this upcoming season.
Yeah.
All right. At home versus the Panthers, Saints are gonna win that. Okay, no one's gonna question that. Playing in Dallas against the Cowboys win. Playing at home against the Eagles, no shock. I'm gonna have the Eagles win. Playing at Atlanta, the Falcons are gonna win. Playing at the Chiefs are going to win. They're playing at home against the Bucks. I think they're going to split with the Bucks, but I think the away team is going to win. So I think the Bucks are going to win this one. I think that's going to bring it down to the last game of the year, making it really, really fun, where the Bucks are going to be fighting for a wild card spot. That's besides the point. We'll get to the Bucks in 5-10 minutes. At home against the Broncos, Saints are going to win. In LA against the Chargers, again, I really struggled with this one. I've gone back and forth. At the end of the day, I just picked the better quarterback. When it's this close, I'm just going to lean with the team with the better quarterback. So we're going to pick the Chargers. In Carolina, Saints are going to win. At home against Falcons, Saints win. At home against Browns, Browns win. At home against the Rams, Rams win. They go to New York and play the Giants, and they beat the Giants. And then they play the Commanders. As much as I was just talking about how bad the Commanders are, I think the Commanders are going to win this one. I think the Commanders are going to win this one.
Cliff
I think it's just going to be it.
Cliff Kingsbury hater is trusting Cliff Kingsbury.
I am a known Cliff Kingsbury hater, but I just think it's going to be at that point in the season where, like, I mean, you know it all too well with the Saints, right? Like, I don't have to remind you about it. They play the Packers at the Packers. They're going to lose. They play the Raiders at home. They're going to beat the Raiders at home. And then, again, I think this is going to come down to it. We'll get into it in just a second. I think the Bucs are going to be fighting for a wild card spot here. And I think the Saints are going to be able to play spoiler. And I think the Saints are going to pull it off. Saints are going to win. That being said, in Saints fashion, you guys are going to win 7-10. And you guys are going to have the 14th pick in the draft and draft another tackle because Trevor Penning is bad. But yeah, I have you guys finishing 7-10.
Not bad. I mean, you know, middle of the pack, just as they normally are. I'm sorry, buddy.
Again, as
they're
God
just not going to
intended.
bottom out. Like, and that's the thing. They're not going to bottom out. But again, it's one of those.
You have
things,
too many good players to do that.
And also the division. I mean, you know, the runaway favorite in this division is has a 36-year-old quarterback coming off an Achilles tear. Like that's the favorite for this division. So, yeah, I mean, I'll let Ryan talk, and then I'll try and help you guys sip some of my Saints Kool-Aid.
All right.
Literally.
So I have them beating the Panthers, and then they lose the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. So they'll lose against the Cowboys, Eagles, Falcons, Chiefs, Buccaneers, and Broncos. They'll beat the Chargers. They'll beat the Panthers.
You have them losing to the Broncos.
Yes.
Okay.
Nobody knows how to overcome that Superdome crowd like Sean Payton does. They will beat the Falcons. They'll lose against the Browns, lose against the Rams. They'll beat the Giants. They'll lose against the Commanders, lose against the Packers, beat the Raiders, lose against the Buccaneers to finish 6-11.
Ooh, you're even lower than I am. Real quick, what did you have for that Chargers game? Are they winning or losing to the Chargers?
I had them beating the Chargers.
Okay. Interesting choices. All right.
It's close, but yeah. I mean, like, I like the Chargers defense a lot more, but at this point, I mean, my wild card factor is Chase Young. I mean, honestly, dude just waltzed on to the Saints roster and just kind of like, cool, okay, well, I'm here, so let's do this. And then, I mean,
he is not
when it comes down to the Chargers, they're another wild card when it comes to predicting this. We've had a couple teams to where we're already trying to predict how the Chargers do against them, and it's just tough. And so for that, you know, I just can't see the Chargers winning a lot of games, and this is one of them that the Saints are going to win that they should have probably lost. But who knows? I expect Alvin Kamara to go off in that one, though. I'll just say that. That'll be fun. Anyways.
Okay. Matt, I got 2 questions for you.
Yeah.
Why should fans be excited about the Saints? And what is the biggest weakness of the Saints? And, like, if there's going to be a downfall of the Saints, what's going to be the cause?
The reason for optimism is that Dennis Allen is a very good defensive coach, maybe not head coach, but he's a very good defensive coach. And this defense, no matter who they're trotting out, is going to be a top 15 unit. And if this this team was a top 15 unit last year, and they had a bottom 3 pass rush in the NFL. You add Chase Young, whatever you feel about Chase Young could go and get 1 sack this season, or he could have 12. It's the Marcus Davenport effect, so somehow that guy is still looming over my life. But, like, the secondary is as deep as they come with all the capital spent on it, like Lattimore and Paulson Adebo. That might be one of the best cornerback duos in the league. I think we can all agree with that. And DeMario Davis is still playing at a high level until, he's 36, and for the last 3 years, people from the outside of the Saints have been saying he's going to hit a cliff, and he still hasn't. He's still been an All-Pro every single year. So I don't expect that to happen again this season. I think it's just a Dennis Allen thing. I think he utilizes him very well. But the reason for skepticism is /optimism. I want to throw that in there. Is a new offensive coordinator, Clint Kubiak, coming over from the Niners, of course, son of Gary Kubiak. He brought in an overhaul of different O-line coaches to help up this O-line, because that is the biggest weakness of this team by far, which is ironic because they have spent an immense amount of capital. Trevor Penning was a first-round pick. Ryan Ramczyk in 2017 was a first-round pick. Cesar Ruiz was a first-round pick. They just spent another first-round pick this year on Talise Fuanga. And the depth is very, very lean. They signed Oli Odu from Minnesota, who's played some time, to be, a kind of swing guard. They brought in Lucas Patrick, who I know Ryan knows, not very good, but as a backup, he's played football.
No, he hasn't. He's always injured. Don't trick yourself.
He's
I'm
played
just
a lot
kidding.
of games.
I'm just being negative.
So I mean, if that's the way, this team could suffer 2 O-lineman injuries again like last year, and it just derails the season. But I look at this, looking at the schedule, I haven't really looked at the schedule, to be honest. I don't, because I did exactly what you're supposed to as a fan, and you just predict 11 wins and you go on with your day.
As you should.
There's a lot of swing games. I mean, it comes down to, are they going to finish with a winning record in the division, and that'll decide if they go to the playoffs, truly in my mind. I think the outside games, they'll split them. They'll find a way to just somehow split them, because I think everyone outside of the Chiefs in the AFC West is a winnable game. We could all agree with that.
Yeah.
And then the other division they play is the NFC East. So, I mean, 2-2.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it comes down to winning your division games, staying healthy when it comes, and Derek Carr don't lose the football game.
It's funny that you bring him up, because we're going to go back to the roots of this podcast here with this next question. We're going to talk a little bit about the draft. Percentage chance that Spencer Rattler gets any sort of, we'll say 1 game. So let's put the mark at 1 full game of playing time. What's the percentage chance that he plays this season?
Derek Carr gets hurt and he's the backup?
Any possibility. All right, I'll rephrase. What's the possibility that Derek Carr just blows buns and they're just
I think that's a 0% chance. I think there's a 0% chance Derek Carr gets benched for.
So you think you guys open up and lose to the Panthers, and then you guys hit this rough stretch of the Saints, you guys losing to the Cowboys,
Dennis Allen has his job on the line.
Chiefs.
I don't think Dennis Allen is in favor of starting a 5th-round rookie.
Even if you guys open up super slow?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, they're starting off 1-0. I mean, that's faster than a lot.
And that's the thing. Right? I think if it's a Dak situation where all of a sudden Carr's injured week 2 and Rattler comes on, and you ride the hot hand, I could see that. But outside of injury, I don't see them bringing Rattler in.
So then is there a scenario then that like Derek Carr gets turf toed and is out for 3 weeks, and Spencer Rattler's just cooking it, and they just leave him in after Derek Carr's healthy?
I mean, that's best case scenario, right? I mean, that's probably what I like hope for, but
Yeah.
again, I don't know. It's one of those like they're in a battle right now. Him and Jake Haener, of course, are going to be in that battle for quarterback 2 because Jameis walked. But
Yeah.
I don't know. But if your question is does Derek Carr get benched in favor of Spencer Rattler? I would say no shot.
I was hoping for some fun. I'm like, you were much more of a Spencer guy than I was. Like, not that I thought Spencer was a bad quarterback or anything, but like,
yeah. Spencer
it would
Rattler
be fun. I want to see it.
Pick 150 is insane value. I had him as a top 100
for sure.
player.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So are we moving on to our next team?
Yes.
All right. There we go. So we are also doing the Buccaneers today, as said in the description of the episode. So
this team's not going to win more than 6 games, dude.
Ooh.
I'm just looking at the schedule. Oh my
Ooh.
god.
Buccaneers.
We'll see.
What a take.
You're telling me they play the Eagles, the Ravens, the Niners.
You just
the
had the
Chiefs,
Saints beat the
and
Eagles.
Cowboys?
Yeah. Matt,
We'll get
go game by game
Buccaneers.
with me, man.
game by game.
Buccaneers
Yeah.
Buccaneers have Baker Mayfield, man. I don't
He
I
did
don't
okay
care about
last
last
year.
year's. I don't care about last year's fluke season. Dave Canales is a genius. I don't care. Like
I
it's
would
not-
rather have Baker than Derek, and I don't think that's
because of last year. But before going into last year, who would have said?
Well, given a year and a half
would
ago,
not have said
Baker was a
Baker.
backup quarterback. I mean,
Exactly.
it's a changing game.
I think he got the contract and now he's playing a first place schedule, dude. I don't know. I'm not.
They're like basically the same dude, with Derek Carr being just a little bit better.
No,
I mean,
actually, they're not. I don't think they are.
what a good argument.
You're just wrong, Ryan.
Actually, no.
Let me find.
All right.
He
Well,
was experimenting with dark magic last year. Baker Mayfield was. I promise.
All right, let's go game by game.
He's getting something right.
He had 24 turnover-worthy plays last year and 10 interceptions. Think about that.
Who's counting? I mean, What about?
I'm just saying. I'm throwing out the stats that I value. I think.
What about Derek Carr?
He played with. Let me see. All right. I imagine it was probably 15, 14.
Compared to what, 24?
To 24, yes.
Yeah, it's a different. I mean,
I think
no
they both.
Derek
I
Carr's
think you
always
guys
gonna be
have.
safer than Baker.
I think you guys have the right point of like, oh, they're the same guy, but
Hey, I did not say that. I did not say that. That was
You
right.
agreed to it, but that was me. Yeah, I'll admit.
I don't know. I'm not under the assumption that this is just Baker Mayfield now. He's a top 15 player at the position, and he's gonna win the division. And I think he's still a bottom 10 quarterback, and I think it's gonna even out this year because outlier years even out.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Let's go game by game, Matt. Let's go game by game, and we'll all right. At home against the Commanders.
They'll win that.
In Detroit against the Lions.
In Detroit.
Yeah.
They will lose that.
At home against the Broncos.
Oof. Come back to me.
Oh, dude, come on. This is easy.
Yeah, I agree with Ryan.
I'll go Bucks. Let me just say it. Okay, I'll go Bucks.
Okay.
At home against the Eagles.
They'll lose that.
In Atlanta.
Eagles are coming off the loss against the Saints. They'll be mad. In Atlanta,
Yeah.
they'll lose that.
All right. You have them losing in New Orleans. In Baltimore against the Ravens.
In Baltimore.
Yeah.
Ravens.
Or no, I'm sorry. At home against the Ravens. I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does it really make that much of a difference?
At home against the Falcons.
They'll beat the Falcons.
In Kansas City.
Let me save you some time on the next two. They will lose to the Chiefs and then lose to the Niners.
All right. What about the Giants in New York?
I don't know what the Giants are going to be.
Something tells me that game's going to be a banger. I don't know why, but I don't know.
Dude, I mean, again, we'll
Banger
get
vibes.
the NFC East when we get to them.
Mm-hmm.
No shock. I mean, we've had plenty of discussion again in the draft about Malik Neighbors. But seeing the clips of him coming out Neighbors is insane. Neighbors is insane.
All right,
It's
you
a
won me
shame
over. We're going Giants.
Yeah, stop it, please. You've already convinced me. All right, cool. And then in Carolina against the Panthers. I don't know why it takes this long.
We ball.
For the Panthers.
We ball. Bryce Young, balling.
Jesus.
Panthers.
Okay. At home against the Raiders.
I had them beating the Saints, so I'll have the Bucs win.
Okay.
Yeah, the Raiders. Those are very equal teams.
In Los Angeles against the Chargers.
Oof. Better quarterback, Chargers.
Oh! Okay.
In Dallas against the Cowboys.
Jim Harbaugh's tough. In Dallas,
Yeah.
Buccaneers have won.
Oh my gosh. Okay, but they're gonna lose against the Panthers.
Mind y'all, he just said that this was a six.
No, let's not do
he
this.
He just said this was a 6-win team, and he just had him beating the Cowboys. What a bum.
let's not do this. Let's not do this. We see the NFL work like this every single year. The Giants with Tyrod Taylor almost beat the Buffalo Bills last year. I don't like this game of
we just
what?
talked about that one too. Yeah.
I don't like. That was fine. It was fresh in my mind. But I don't. This is why I hate the schedule release, because it makes no sense.
Yeah.
You're supposed to.
I don't know. It's fun though. I don't know. It's always fun. I mean, I'm indifferent. There are some people that are like discussing, wins and losses this
I'm
early
having fun.
into the off season. Stupid, but have some fun. I mean, not that you're like trashing it. Right?
At home against the Panthers.
They'll win that game. Yeah.
And then you have them losing at home against the Saints. So right now you have them at 1, 2, 3,
7 wins.
5, 6.
There we go.
You shut your mouth.
All right. Yeah, you have them going 6 and 11. All right. Let me just go with mine really quick. So before I start, I just want to say, let's keep in mind this team beat the Eagles in the playoffs. Now I know the Eagles were on a slide at the end of the year.
That was no. That Eagles.
We're using
that
last
was a
year's results?
historic collapse.
It was.
By
okay.
the way,
It's okay, but I'm just saying.
Literally the worst collapse we've seen in
Can I
football
talk, please?
history.
This is all that I'm saying. Is that this team is
They did
still.
beat them.
This team is still pretty decent, and they put up a fight against Detroit in the divisional round as well. So, just putting that out there. That being said, I have them losing against the Commanders week 1. I do. I'm not even going to lie. So, and then I have them losing to Detroit week 2. I have them beating the Broncos, beating the Eagles, losing to the Falcons, beating the Saints, losing to the Ravens, beating the Falcons, losing to the Chiefs, losing to the Niners, beating the Giants, beating the Panthers, beating the Raiders, beating the Chargers, losing to the Cowboys, beating the Panthers, beating the Saints. 10 wins.
You just had them casually finish like 6-1. Do you know who Baker Mayfield is, dude?
Okay, we'll jump into mine real quick. Ryan, me and you are not too far off. I'm gonna have them beat the Commanders. I'm gonna have them lose to the Lions. We're gonna beat the Broncos, lose to the Eagles, lose to the Falcons, beat the Saints, lose to the Ravens.
Hold on. I'm sorry, you're going way too quick for me. I was jotting it down.
I have my record. I know what my record is. Like,
no, I know, but I got this. Hold on. So you losing to the Saints? You said.
Okay, we have them. We'll restart from the top. I have them beating the Commanders, losing to the Lions, beating the Bucks.
Okay.
Losing
Broncos.
to the Eagles.
Yeah.
Sorry. We have the Bucks. We have the Bucks winning. So the Broncos are losing. Bucks are winning. Losing to the Eagles. Losing to the Falcons. Beating the Saints.
Gotcha.
Losing to the Ravens.
Okay. All right. Now I'm all cut up, so you can go ahead.
All right.
Sorry.
We're gonna have them beat the Falcons.
Okay.
Lose to the Chiefs. Lose to the Niners.
Okay.
Beat the Giants and beat the Panthers.
Okay.
We also are gonna have them beat. Wow, they go on a little run here. We're gonna have them beat the Raiders and beat the Chargers.
Okay.
That run stops when they face the Cowboys. Cowboys are gonna win. And then they are gonna beat the Panthers. And then I think they're gonna be fighting for a wild card spot here at the end of the season. And again, I think the Saints are gonna be able to have some fun. And it's probably the most fun you're gonna have the entire season, Matt. And the Saints are gonna.
When I'm watching the Buccaneers go six wins, I'm gonna have a blast.
3, 4.
The Saints are gonna prevent the Buccaneers from making the wild card. Saints are gonna win. We have them going 9-8.
That's pretty
insane.
fair.
That's insane.
I think they're just as you had talked about the Saints. I think their team.
You're just
they
banking
have
on
too much
defensive
talent.
success.
They have. Well, my thing is they have a good defense in place, and they have enough weapons on offense that they can do something. Again, I think the disconnect is Baker, but you have two really good wide receivers. Given they're older,
I think their schedule's pretty good.
Bad, but I mean,
There's
go
like
through
4 games that they're completely outmatched.
I agree, though, but I had them losing. Like, I have them.
You have them beating the Cowboys.
I have them. Yeah, I have them losing to the Niners, though. I have them.
What do you guys
losing
think
to
the Cowboys
Ravens.
are going to be?
I have them
an
losing
11-win
to the
team?
Chiefs and the Cowboys. So
Cowboys are always. The Cowboys are always a regular season team, Matt. Let's be honest, man. I mean, like
they have a really good quarterback, but like, yeah, that's what teams
really
with good quarterbacks do. They're
man.
good regular season teams. The Buccaneers do not have a good quarterback.
I think that's a disconnect. I think I fall somewhere in between Ryan and Matt. Ryan, I know, no shock, is a little bit of a Baker guy. Matt, you're fully out on Baker. I think I fall somewhere in between. I think Baker's probably somewhere
then they wouldn't.
around.
Well, and that's the thing. If you were, well, that's where my disconnect is. If you're kind of in the middle, you had the same record as him. And you have the same record.
I had 9-8, and then 9-8 is the middle. They have one game.
That's
going
the
above
same
500.
record they had last year with a much easier schedule. That's my disconnect.
I don't know if it's much easier, man. I'll be honest with you. So, like, I understand they have the Lions, they have the Eagles, they have the 49ers, they have the Chiefs, and then they have the Cowboys, right? So that's 5 games out of 17. So I'm telling you, there's 12 games that they at least have a. No. They have 5 games that they are outmatched. I will give you that. But they have 12 games that they stand a chance in, and I'm telling you that I have them winning 10 of them. And
that's insane. That's insane.
I think Baker. I think that might be a little too much for me, but that's besides the point. I think there's too much talent on the defense and too much wide receivers for Baker to not succeed. Again, I don't think Baker's this world beater, but I think Baker's probably somewhere between 18 and 14 when it comes to ranking quarterbacks.
Wow.
And that might be a little generous. Maybe somewhere between 20 and 15 is where I think he's at. And I think 20 to 15, given he's no Purdy and the weapons on offense are not what the Niners have, but like we've seen mid-tier quarterbacks be able to do something with a good defense and a good supporting cast around him. And again, the Niners are going to win more games, and that's going to show when we talk about the Niners and whatnot. But overall, their team is just too good to not be at least around the 500 range.
Let's time out. I just want you to understand what you just said. A mid-tier quarterback with a very good defense and a good supporting cast can win games, correct?
Yes.
You each said the Saints are going to win 6 games and this team is going to win 10. That's my disconnect.
I think the Saints have a worse offensive weapons, but I also had the Saints going 7-10. So I had the Saints winning
bottom
10
10
less
quarterback.
games.
Yeah.
So the difference is not the difference for me is not insane. I have them going 7-10 and 9-8. So it's a 2-game difference. But again, I also like the Buccaneers roster more than I like the Saints roster.
Like I said,
I guess it's completely Baker thing. It's completely a Baker thing. I
guess I'm not as big on Derek Carr as you are. I think that's what it came down to. At the end of the day, he's your quarterback,
you're just much higher on Baker than me.
Yes.
It's
guys. All right. For those who are listening, let us know in the comments. Who do you guys think? Would you guys rather have Baker or Derek Carr?
Who would you rather have? The guy who's energetic and fired up, or the guy who is blaming people on his team?
Well,
it's a lose-lose, Yeah.
Wait,
I don't know.
Who's the energetic and fired up one?
Baker.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Dude, Derek Carr, that was a big storyline. He was blaming guys on his team, complaining, you were running that route.
He was throwing pick sixes on Thursday Night Football and not running after the ball.
Derek Carr had
Derek Carr
doesn't
have good PR, so you don't like him. Baker has good PR.
No. But Derek Carr was a great PR guy in when he was the quarterback in Vegas.
He
was a great guy when they were the Oakland Raiders, and he was a perennial 4,000-yard guy. I'm looking at the stats right now from 2018 all the way to 2021. He was at least thrown for 40 or 4 grand yards, and not only that, but in 2021 he threw for almost 5. It's like the dude's good, but he fell off, and Baker
he had better passer rating than Pat Mahomes last year.
Let me say this though, I don't think that Baker's cracked the top 15 in quarterbacks.
Their play styles are different from one another, but I think in terms of ranking tier wise, I think they both fall within the same category. Again, their play styles are different. You're going to get the bigger plays, but the more turnover worthy plays with Baker, and you're not going to have the same explosive plays that you're going to get from Derek Carr, but the turnover worthy plays are going to be less than what you're going to get with Baker. So the styles are different, but at the end of the day, I think where they're at in both their careers, I think they're going to be lumped together in the same team.
I think the Baker thing, I think, is just a testament to how good Dave Canales is the way I fall.
I can get behind.
And I think just going from Dave Canales to, I think it's Liam Cohen, who came from Kentucky, who failed the last time he was an offensive coordinator in the NFL. I don't see it working. It's completely a Baker thing, and I guess at this point we're just arguing a point
talking
over
in
and
circles.
over.
Yeah.
Overall, I'm gonna say that they can at least compete for the division. Looking back at last week's episode, Ben and I had the Falcons going. I had the Falcons going 11-6. Ben had them at 10-7. So,
wow. You guys really like that defense then.
That's where we're at with that division. We just wrapped up with that, so we'll be moving on to the AFC West.
Quickly,
I think that
thing with the Falcons has nothing to do with even the defense. I think the defense is
because it's awful.
It has nothing to do with the defense. For me, it has to do. Well, I don't know what they're going to do at corner, but that's besides the point. It has everything to do with.
I don't know. This is the thing. This is what I do. I'm going to talk myself into the Saints.
Yeah,
of rosters, and this team sucks.
Yes, but for the Falcons, it has nothing to do with their defense or any of that. I think their issue is the defense, and I think Raheem Morris can come in and fix that. But I think now that you don't have Arthur Smith calling plays and running, targets to Jonnu Smith, I think that's a big thing. Whether I don't know who their OC is off the top of my head, but you can't be worse than the product on the offensive scheme that you put on the field last year with Arthur Smith. I think they have too much talent on offense to not succeed, whether or not you like Kirk or not.
I think you can't be worse, not because of anything Arthur Smith related, but because of you're going from Ritter to Cousins.
Yes.
And whatever you think of Cousins, he's a grown up and Ritter isn't.
Yes.
I want that situation to fail so bad too because they overpaid the crap out of him. I think it'd be so funny.
In the Penix thing, it's a wild situation.
Yeah, you messed up big time, and I want them to just fail. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I don't think they will, but yeah. All right, I think we should move on, guys. What do you think?
Yes.
It's time for America's favorite game, Weddle.
All right, here we go. So, Weddle. Everybody knows the rules. If not, pay attention. You'll figure it out. Matt, you can go first. It's easy mode, so we help each other out. And then hard mode, everybody's on their own. Easy. Oh, and last but not least, Ben, as of right now, is up in the series against me 38-25. So for those of you that haven't watched this with the guest on, if Matt were to win over either one of us, nobody gets the point between me and Ben, obviously. But if Ben gets the point, I'm counting it against me because I didn't get it, and vice versa.
I will say, at this point, we just need to start keeping a running tab of what Matt's score is because he comes on too much. Just want to let this too much. That we need to just start keeping a running score of what Matt's record is when we play well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, Matt, start us off, man.
Baker Mayfield.
Matt, did you see it was Eric McCoy the other day, by the way?
Was it really?
Yeah.
I'll go next, and we'll just go down the order of cameras. All right. We're going a little bit taller. I'm expecting wide receiver here in the NFC, and taller than 6'1". I'm going to go DK.
Age doesn't work there. Yeah. NFC West, that would be the Rams, Niners, Seahawks.
Yep.
Cardinals?
Yeah. Cardinals. Rams.
Are we helping?
There's no one that stands. Yeah. There's no one that stands out on the Rams. What?
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah, it's Cooper Kupp, right?
All right. So the issue with Cooper Kupp is it's definitely Cooper Kupp because he's 30 years old, and it always throws me off with his height. It always throws me off.
He's giant. He's ginormous.
Yes. It always throws me off with his height. But Cooper Kupp's come up enough on easy that I knew he was 30 and it works out, but it throws me off every single time.
All right. I need to do this just for, Ben's waiting on it.
Dude, you see, he was getting into beef on Twitter.
Yeah. It's awesome.
That is great. All right, so we know it's not a defensive player in the NFC, so we're going to go an offensive player in the AFC. It's kind of tall. Patrick Mahomes. It's not, but...
Wait, that age... Oh, he's 22. I was 32.
Offensive player. Kind of old, but...
Mahomes is 28, man. I'm sick.
Can be offensive lineman, but...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking a guard, 6'4".
Yeah.
Who's a guard? Let's think. The North? James Daniels.
All right.
Oh, shoot!
Batonio? Dang it.
Oh.
Cleveland.
Wyatt Teller.
Yep.
I had to pick one of those two, and I just didn't pick it. Unbelievable.
Yay.
I'm going to surprise you guys. So we've still got a little bit of time. So Ben is up now 39-25. So almost a 15-game lead on me. Yeah.
What What's the name of the segment? Oh, you're not talking about Ryan and Ben? Oh, okay. Well, hold on. I've got it. It's time for Gridiron Goofs.
Secret Gridiron Goofs.
Give me 1 second here, guys.
Secret.
This is mean. He can plan it, and we don't know. It's mean. Give me 1 second.
It's fun. It's meant to be fun, and there is no
Real.
winner unless people want to decide the winner. That's the fun of it. But I mean, Ben curb stomped me last week. So
Let's not talk about that one.
yeah. But here's the topic for today: worst car food draft. So
What?
worst food that you can eat in the car. Yeah.
This is so like I don't know where you're getting this from, but if I won,
fun.
can I
Am I
start?
driving? Is it while driving?
Sure. Yeah. While driving.
Okay.
What's the worst food that you can eat
Cereal.
while driving? Well, Ben, you're going first, buddy. You won.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I won't go cereal because I know you're gonna do it. But in the
Anything
same
with a
vein,
fork.
we'll go with chili.
Chili. Can we hold on? Wait a minute. Can we boil this down to like stuff that you can potentially get at a fast food? Is that too?
Whoa. Well, no, because pretty much all the
That's
fast
the worst food.
I mean, like chili is. I get it. I
Brother,
get it.
this is a wild. I don't know what you're coming. You're really hitting us out of left
So
field.
this is like the worst fast food now? I don't
The
know.
worst fast food that you can eat in the car. Like I'm talking stuff that you would have to like
I can
take
get
home
chili
first.
I
Or
can
you have to
get
pull into a
chilies-
parking spot.
I can get chili at Wendy's. All right, so we're still chicken.
Yeah.
We're still sticking with chili.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying, and I expected that too. That's totally fine. I just wanted to say, like, this is what I had in mind, and I didn't relay that first. So, anyways,
Yeah.
Matt, you can go
Yeah.
next.
A T-bone steak.
Where can you get that at a fast food?
You totally could.
A T-bone steak at a
Longhorns.
fast food? That's not. Longhorn does not have a drive-through. I mean, come on.
Okay. All right.
Come on.
All right.
I'm veto. Yeah. Come on.
Brother, you kind of sprung this on us last
BS,
minute. This
dude.
is
No,
on
no,
you.
it's okay.
This
It's
is
all
on
right.
This is a wild.
This is
draft.
awful.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Um,
It's supposed to be
I mean,
fun.
I want to take Baker Mayfield just because it says worst, but I won't. Mashed potatoes from Popeyes.
Sure.
Okay.
You gotta stop. The spoon.
I'm gonna say the fried chicken from KFC,
That's
just
fair.
because like opening up a bucket of fried chicken, it's really tough to kind of peel into that, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
don't know.
And you guys can veto this next one because it's like, it's so broad that like
Veto.
it's okay if you guys veto this one. Can I just take anything from Long John Silver's? Can I just say
Yeah.
anything you get from Long John Silver's is just not a good idea?
I mean, it's not necessarily even the food itself; it's what comes after the food that I like about that.
That's a big part of it. That's a big part.
Yeah.
Never had Long John Silver's.
Good, man.
Good.
Congratulations.
Keep it that way.
I've
yeah,
never
don't.
had the. I've never had the desire.
Good.
Yeah.
It
As you
stinks
should.
in there, man. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's not good. It's bad.
Matt, your next pick.
Okay.
We're going to 5. We're going to 3 here.
Like a big long like sub sandwich, like a Subway sandwich.
That's fair. Yeah.
Think like,
I will say,
what are you gonna eat? It like
I just want to say, this is your pick, so I'm not
Ooh,
taking it away. But on my way to Oklahoma last year, I had a
You went to
broken
Oklahoma?
hand, and I ate Jimmy John's while driving through St. Louis. And I don't know who allowed me to do that, but the sandwich was in the wrapper and everything, cut in half. It was a pretty good idea, I will say. So it's you can, but it's fine.
I think it's still
I
bottom
get
5. I think it's still bottom 5 among fast food.
I'm gonna say a Little Caesars ready to go pizza. You can't eat that while you drive.
I've done
that. Yeah, you totally
Yeah.
could. I think it's a bad pick. I mean, you picked it. You got to stick with it. But like, I've eaten pizza while driving before. Honestly, I think it's easy because you can just do like one in the center, two on the sides, and fold it up and eat it that way. Like,
But if it's warm enough, the cheese is all melty and stuff, and it'll fall off into your lap and stuff and get all messy, and then the grease from the pizza is all over the steering wheel. It's like you got a gross steering wheel, I'm assuming.
I don't know. All right, I'm trying to think of like a specific is Wingstop considered fast food?
I said Subway.
I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, we'll say wings from Wingstop because you're gonna have to get in there and eat it, and you're gonna like really have to try, especially with the flats, to kind of get that middle stuff out.
You're just thinking
once you
like
finally,
what's a two-hand food? It's really all you're
right. And then well, on top of it being a two-hand food, now you have all the sauce on your hands too, and you're steering wheel
all
nice
grimy
and
and stuff.
saucy. Honestly, I thinking about it, I would have probably taken that 101. Yeah, chicken wings for sure. Hot wings, absolutely.
Matt, your next pick?
I've done it so many times, but it is hard to do. Any type of ice cream.
Oh man,
yeah.
I was just eating an ice cream cone while I was driving, and I'm telling you, man, it's kind of tough. Yeah,
I think any type of ice cream, because I've done the concrete mixer from Culver's, done an ice cream cone like you said.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's doable, but again, it's not fun.
My third pick is gonna be tacos from any taco place, like Taco Bell, anything like that.
Okay.
I just feel like the lettuce and cheese get everywhere. You know what I mean?
You're just thinking mess. You're just not.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if we're gonna stick with the mess, we're gonna go with like a filled donut, whether that's like cream or jelly. Just any filled donut, like that couldn't be fun.
Those are so good, though. I will say.
I'm not like I'm all the way out just normally on like filled donuts.
I think you got to eat it right. You know.
I'm not a big fan of jelly in the first place, and then like Boston cream, can't do Boston cream. Like,
really,
won't do it. I think Boston cream. I think it tastes weird. I don't know though.
Yeah.
I
Matt,
love cream in my mouth, so sorry.
Whoa.
I'm going Chipotle.
That good
pick.
I think Chipotle is that's a two-hand food. Even if I'm going chips and guac, that's kind of want to scoop in your hands. So yeah, I think that one.
Now if you do this right, you're gonna understand it. If you eat the food right from said establishment, you're gonna understand it. Five Guys. You got to get a lot of condiments, man. It doesn't cost a lot to be able to get a lot, so you get a lot.
I get like 2.
Oh man,
that's
wow, dude!
You guys are high rollers. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Five Guys is expensive.
Yeah. Oh, not anymore. Compared to other.
Brother, not anymore. It's like $20 to get a shake of fries and a burger.
Buddy.
Think about this. No. Think about this, right? How much are you spending per meal on your McDonald's DoorDash order?
All right. Well, I don't.
But that's the
DoorDash.
thing.
DoorDash is too expensive.
Okay. But... All right. Take DoorDash out of the equation, right? How much does it cost?
$9.
$9 for a what is it? Burger and fries.
A
combo. I don't do a combo. I do 2 McDoubles without mustard. So it's pickles, onion.
Okay. Hold on a minute. Here's the exception to the rule. Matt, how much is a combo at McDonald's?
Wow. That's so very
$8?
presumptuous for you to assume that Matt is going to know that off the top of his head.
First off, hold on.
I'm just assuming $10. Like,
first off, hold on a second. Matt and I were just talking about McDonald's on our way back from his 21st birthday. For 2, you just said that you didn't get combos, so I asked somebody that might get combos.
Yeah.
And if he said that he didn't know, then I would have just told you guys. So,
I use the app if I get McDonald's, so
dear Lord.
because I get
me
rewards,
too, but
and
how-
you get the free like. You ever seen the like the free Big Mac? You get a Big Mac, you get 1 free.
yeah, it's pretty
Yes.
awesome,
$5.
right? Yeah.
That's the best one.
So what's your combo? What do you get if you were to get a combo?
Whatever on rewards. The 2
Yeah.
cheeseburger.
Do you say 2 cheeseburgers or just 1?
Yeah, the 2 cheeseburgers.
All right. Would you guys agree that 2 McDonald's cheeseburgers can kind of combine into 1 cheeseburger from Five Guys?
No.
Sure. All right. Real
For
quick,
sake of
a
discussion.
soda. Yeah, for sake of
No.
discussion, but to set the baseline, soda, fries, and a burger at McDonald's. This is in 2023, according to usatoday.com. A burger, fries, and a soda at McDonald's costs $6.19. That same order at Five Guys is going to cost you $19.95.
I'm telling you right now, the prices
Yeah,
have changed.
what's the argument? Five Guys is
That Five Guys is
expensive
expensive.
or not? Yeah.
Give me just
I
a
agree.
second. Let me get a comparable meal, because my argument is it's not much more than what people normally spend. Okay. So here's the thing, right? I will combine. Okay, so my order from Five Guys in this argument is a cheeseburger, a normal fry, or a regular fry, and a large drink, right? Because who doesn't get a large? Let's be honest. If you don't get a large, I'm questioning a lot about you. So let's say a Big Mac meal, large, right? Whatever, doesn't matter. Cool. So after taxes. Okay, look, it's double. I get it. It's $18.45 for Five Guys. It's $9.89. But you're getting more. You're getting more. Okay.
You're getting
but
quality.
You're getting quality. You're paying $9 extra for quality. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Anyways,
No, I agree.
yeah. Once this guy stops laughing, we can move on. But anyways, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I don't think it's a bad thing.
No.
If you're doing McDonald's right, you're spending that anyway.
I think your point is right. I think if you get a lot of condiments, then yeah, it's going to be messy.
Yeah, and not only that, but it's a lot cheaper than what it used to be. I can promise you that. You said 26 or something like that.
A lot
The
cheaper.
way it backfired. I said $19.95.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
well, that's the average.
it's
Yeah,
not.
that's fine. It's a lot cheaper than what it used to
Yeah.
be, though. I feel
It's
like they
not.
kind of moved their prices down.
No,
I don't know.
McDonald's is a lot more expensive. So why would Five?
That was the wrong one to kind of come. It's okay. Let's move on. I'm wrong. Whatever.
The way
Point
it just,
lab,
like,
point lab.
absolutely backfired.
Yeah. It's whatever. Hey, dingus,
it's
move
good.
on. I'm
It was
wrong. I
good,
get
it
it.
was good.
Let's go.
Continue. This is getting out of control. I'm tired, guys. I got work.
This is the
tomorrow.
last round.
Yeah. Last round. What are we doing? Ben.
Oh God.
Dear
I'm too.
Lord.
I was too busy talking about wrong lines.
Yeah. We just took me like 10 minutes.
Golly. I know that was bad. That guy's so out of control, like way too fast. I'm just trying to think of like a food that makes just like a mess for some reason. Golly, guys, I don't know. A powdered donut.
Powdered donuts are good, man. I think that.
Powdered donuts are good. It has nothing to do with the taste. Like, I'll eat a powdered donut, but like,
I think you can eat it in the car though.
it's a mess.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm
Matt?
really struggling. This got sprung on me like 10 minutes ago.
So did I. Shut up.
Well, you too.
Grow
I'm
up.
not saying you're not struggling.
I think you
No,
guys
I'm
are
not-
doing good though.
I'm not struggling. What's like a 2 food?
Oh, who's not
Ramen.
struggling now?
Ramen.
What
Ramen?
fast food?
Oh,
That's fair.
Damn it.
What
I think ramen
fast
can
food
be.
place
You make
does
it in the
ramen?
microwave.
I was thinking soup, but I can't do soup.
Sure, you can. Panera.
All right, well, I'm changing my answer to soup.
No,
No,
you're
I
already
went
set in
soup.
stone.
No, because I wanted soup, but it wasn't considered fast food.
In the
wanted soup.
In the words of Ben
So
himself, it's your pick. You got to stick with it.
Well, it's a different
hot coffee. Hot coffee. Starbucks. That's
Hold
my
on a
pick.
minute.
It's
Hold on a minute.
different. It's different if we're making fun of you and you change your pick versus if I didn't have
You
clarification.
didn't say soup. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
You
I
didn't say
said
soup
I
and-
said I wanted soup, but I don't think that's considered fast food. And then you said you could do soup, and I said soup before Matt even said soup. Before
But you
Matt
said
even
powdered
gave
donuts.
His answer. Yes, I said powdered donuts, and then Matt said ramen, and I said, "Hey, I wanted soup." But I said I
let me
wanted
ask you a
soup,
question.
but you can do ramen. That doesn't.
Let
make
me
any
ask you a
sense.
question. If the Bears were on the clock at number 1 and they picked Caleb Williams, but they were like, I was going to go Marvin Harrison Jr., but I just thought people would get mad. And they were like, we would have liked that too. Could the Bears go back on the clock?
Had 9
they
months
couldn't.
to draft Caleb Williams.
Hey, you weren't on the clock anymore.
Yeah,
Matt's
we're in the
getting
7th round right now, and someone just misclicked.
Yeah. Matt's getting
Someone
just
misclicked
misclicked and
accidentally got
drafted Keenan
instead
Allen.
of Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
How did that work
It's
out
all right.
for you?
Dude, by the way, awful, just awfully bad. But
That's so funny.
I'm going to go with salad for my last pick. You can't eat a salad
That's
while
a
you're
good
driving.
one.
Yeah.
okay. Good pick.
There we
What
go.
did I go with?
Okay,
You
guys.
went with soup.
Coffee?
You got soup.
I went coffee. I got soup.
Okay,
You got soup. Yeah.
Sweet. I win.
guys. Thank you, Matt. Thank you. This was fun. We got out of control here.
This was good.
This was a
Yeah.
lot of fun. It was good. I'm tired. Ryan, please finish this up so I can go to bed.
Yes, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the Pigskin Project. Everybody say bye to Matt. I'm going to kick him out for
Bye,
the
Matt.
remainder of the show.
Thank you.
So,
He didn't give
last
he just no last words.
oh, I apologize. Well, Matt, it's okay. Well, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, Matt will be back on a later show. I guarantee it. But thank you for, sticking with us throughout this. If you haven't already, please follow us on whatever you guys are on. If you guys are watching on Twitter as well, thank you so much. But yeah, Twitch just opened up. So, any kind of follows work there as well. And as always, stay tuned for our TikTok because, God knows whatever happens, we'll be putting out content there. But we want to thank Spotify for podcasters. That will be updated shortly. I am in the process of doing that now. I apologize for our audio listeners there. Regional Radio Sports Network as well, and Uppercuts Grooming for helping us grow as a podcast. And until next time, this has been the Pigskin Project.